think cheating was one of them. Now let me see.
I don't think cheating.
Stories across national dailies that we have here in Nigeria. We'll start off with the Vanguard this morning. Gracious.
Okay, so we have here the leading headline: Electoral Act, Senate open to criticism, will resolve issue today, Senate spokesman. Budget deficit. I'll quickly take that again. Nigeria will continue borrowing to fund 25.91 trillion naira budget deficits.
And that's the Senate saying it there. Well, still here on the Vanguard, Sanwo-Olu flags here on the Vanguard. Rivers crisis. Fubara Wike meet Tinubu in Abuja. Fubara Wike meet Tinubu in Abuja. Maybe it's a time for father and son to meet their grandfather, who could probably bring peace between them.
Let's dwell on that story a little more. You remember we actually talked about it yesterday. Yeah. For my calculation, I think this is like the third time, I don't know if my memory serves me, governance since the inception of Godson, Sir Same Fubara, drove to his apartment. And then also the news has it that he actually he had to apologize to his godfather, saying, "I will not do it again."
What exactly will he not do again?
His parent, when the toddler is crying, "I won't do it again, I won't do it again." That's how I felt when I saw that story, that was what he actually to the people. Remember, from all indications, it seems as though what the FCT minister is waiting
that there would be chaos, and that that he doesn't talk does not mean there is nothing to talk about. That in fact there are things. Don't see any difference between Similai, Fubara and Wike. This is why I say so. You worked for Wike as his accountant general for years. For 8 years that he was the governor of Rivers State,
even
right?
Before the governor,
when
he was local government chairman.
You've been working for this man. This is the same man Rivers people had at different points in time, whether political or true. Who was the person that made it possible, if not his accountant general? Now, so I want to believe that Wike and Fubara are basically the same set of persons. If not, what are those things? What are the demands Wike has made or has been making? Come out and tell us, look, Rivers people, I need you behind me. Nigerians, I need you behind me. The reason this man is fighting me is because he said I should do A, I should do B, I should do C, and I refuse to do them. But he hasn't said anything. It's all speculations. And if you want to leave it to speculations, the truth is you are not serious. You are not serious, and that is why this whole drama, this back and forth is happening. So this meeting is practically a case of a father and his son going to meet the grandfather.
I mean, saying that, oh, you're not acting like a man, but it's not about acting like a man. This is Wike. I mean, Fubara is just one person. This is the Wike who has fought a political party, the party that made him a governor, that made him a local government chairman, I believe. He has actually fought that party to a standstill and seen a lot of persons defect. Is a member, a full-blown member of the People's Democratic Party, and that is going nowhere. But he's still, on his own is very glaring. They couldn't do anything. So if you look at this whole thing, I mean, I remember, I will not forget in a hurry, when Governor Uno put it out there, he does not have power like Wike to fight and says that, oh, he wants to be here, he wants to be there, that he would rather make his own clear and then defect, and that, rather than, you know, keeping one foot here and the other there, that he be a very strong opponent, that it is hard, because if he's ready to fight it, he's going to fight it to a standstill. He does not want to hear and viable backing to see him conquer. I don't understand the race between this thing, but the thing is, you rarely see a godfather and a godson at the end of the day try to be in a political, let's say he was favored, a godfather brought a godson to be a governor, a senator. Is of the, you know, of the journey. Most times from the middle of the sailing, you see them fall apart. That's what we are saying. And
the reason is very simple, gracious. Power, they say, corrupts, while absolute power corrupts absolutely. You see, it is one thing when you are the boy to the governor. It is even one thing when you're the deputy governor. But the moment you become the governor, the one in charge of everything, and you enjoy the power, you see how powerful that position is, sometimes you begin to feel on top of the world. But again, does this mean that we are endorsing godfatherism? We're not.
Until Obaseki came for his second tenure.
Saying
until Obaseki came for his second tenure.
Saying
that
Edo is not Lagos.
Lagos, yes. And again, Wike is also a man who says anytime he feels like a politician or a political party wants to come into Rivers State to support Governor Sim Fubara, the governor of Rivers State, he will tell you, make sure you keep your hands off my state, because this is not your state. And anybody who tries to come into the state, that he will very soon come into your state. You are a man who has clearly over and over again warned people to stay clear of Rivers State politics because it's none of your business, but you still have your eyes on other people's business. I believe that this whole settlement right to the Godfather's house, and let's see what happens.
Well, calling the president the Godfather will not it's not something that some persons would want to accept. But gracious, this is laughable.